Oh, can't you see? We're running out of time. You gotta lose your mind if you think you're doing fine. You can't describe it yet, but something is wrong. Where are your dreams now, and why don't you feel strong? Yeah, yeah. Every day, every night you try to find yourself. Don't live your life as someone else.
I thought that might be for Bolt, but I appreciate it. GG's. Yes, I love me some Metallica. Okay? Metallica all the way. I got love for Metallica. Let me tell you. Like I say, Some Kind of Monster DVD still gets me. I've watched that back a few times. That's Some Kind of Monster. Fuck, you know. Fuck. The scary thing about that movie or documentary or whatever the fuck they called it, this Some Kind of Monster one, they were that close to quitting. They were that close to splitting up. That's how scary that was. We were that close to seeing the end of Metallica in that DVD. That's how scary that was. One of the greatest bands to ever live, Metallica, could have ended. And that's when Hetfield went into rehab and that. And came out a different person. And that's how he got Some Kind of Monster. But yes, I'm going to talk about, ladies and gents, welcome everybody if you're seeing this on the YouTube channel, by the way. I've decided to do something different today because I've been lacking motivation. My mum got me into Metallica. Oh, that's amazing. The mom's getting the sons into Metallica. I love that. My dad got me into Queen. So my love for Queen is probably the reason why I love this. So, you know, there you go. And I love the fact that your mum got you into that. That's amazing. That I don't think your mum likes Metallica. I love it. Yeah. Every time I used to go to primary school, dude, I'm not even kidding you. Every time I used to go to primary school, all you'd hear in the background is din 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 din. Just Queen non-stop when I go to primary school. Or even when I go out with my dad for his pigeons or whatever the fuck it was. Every single fucking time it was Queen. You know. My dad left for Melbourne, I see. But yeah, it was Queen. Queen every single time. Queen and Robert Palmer too. I'll throw that one in there as well for you as well. And I love me some Robert Palmer. I love me some Robert Palmer. You know, Simply Irresistible and all that. Right. I'm going to give you guys my predictions for Elimination Chamber this Saturday as well. Now, if you're wondering what the hell I'm talking about, if you're watching this on my Wrestling Matters podcast thing, yes. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. This is me live on Twitch. So if you want to come over, I'll drop the link in the description below. But yes, we're talking about, because February 18th, I'm going to come on here and do a retro night. Like I did on the 28th of January, I'm doing it again this Saturday. And it's going to start a little bit early, guys. I'm warning you. 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. GMT. And I'm going all night. So I'm going at least until Elimination Chamber, which is 8 p.m. Eastern. So it's going to be a 6-hour bonanza. I might even come on just a little bit early because I am actually keen to play this because the last retro night that I did on the 28th of January was a smash hit. Out of the blue, anything like that, but it was a hit. And I'll be kind of doing the same thing that I did in this one as well. And also on the 25th, retro wrestling night as well. So there's going to be no Zelda for the time being. I need a break from that game. Fuck me. So I need a seriously big break from that game. Well, not a big break, but, you know, maybe a couple of weeks. Because that game is one big mind fuck. I love me some Zelda, don't get me wrong. Don't take that as a hate towards Zelda. I love me some Zelda, but fuck, you know. The last thing I want is to play a game and get mind fucked. So I'm taking a break from that. So this Saturday will be retro night, but this Saturday is Elimination Chamber. WWF, or WWE rather. Wow, WWF. I wish it was WWF. WWE Elimination Chamber. So I'm going to go through the matches and give you my predictions before we get into the Valentine's Day Massacre, which is what the main thing we are here for. I'm going to turn this little bit of a stream into a podcast, so to speak. And I'll probably continue the whole thing during the duration of the show. But we'll kick off with Bobby Lashley one-on-one with Brock Lesnar. Now, this is going to be a little different, ladies and gentlemen. Michael, I see you. This is going to be a little bit different, this match, for me. Because we've had Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley once before. And then we had Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley for the WWE title, which Heyman screwed him out of. So, I don't know what we're going to get at Elimination Chamber. Some people tell me it's going to go into WrestleMania, though, this match. Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley is going to go straight to WrestleMania. Which I kind of hope doesn't happen. Because I want to see Brock Lesnar versus Gunther at WrestleMania. I would rather see that at WrestleMania, if that's the case. And maybe Brock Lesnar winning the Intercontinental Championship, which would be something different. But I don't see that happening, considering what I've been hearing. You know, Gunther versus Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. That's what they're going for. But with this one, I think Brock's going to get the victory. What will that do? And I don't know. Well, what will that do for Brock? I don't know. But I think Brock is going to get the victory. Plus, and this is the way I see it, the Hurt Business will return. That's right, because there's seeds planted for the Hurt Business's reunion. Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander won a match on Raw with the help of MVP. MVP will be in there as well. Lashley is even talking with MVP again. And maybe there's room for Almas too. Her Business bodyguard. Not that the Her Business need bodyguard, but the Her Business bodyguard. So we'll see what happens. But I'm going for Brock Lesnar on that one as well. Edge, Beth Phoenix, and what they call it, the whole Edge, Beth Phoenix, and Judgment Day, which is Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley. Now, I think Edge and Beth will win, but it'll be by DQ. Or it could very well be Edge pinning Finn Balor. I don't think they're going to touch. I don't think Beth Phoenix is going to be able to touch Rhea Ripley, considering she's got a WrestleMania match with Charlotte. So I think it's more likely going to be Edge and Finn Balor. An Edge and Finn Balor thing to end the match for me. That's just my opinion on that one. So I think Edge will win. Possibly Edge and Beth will win. Possibly by DQ. Possibly. But if somebody's going to go over the other, it'll be Edge probably pinning Finn Balor. And then that'll lead to their supposed match that they're going to have at WrestleMania inside Hell in a Cell with Edge and Finn Balor, preferably the Demon Finn Balor as well. So that's what's probably supposedly going to happen at WrestleMania. We'll see what happens. Also, the other matches as well. A United States title match. Now, for this title match, you've got Montez Ford, Johnny Gargano, Bronson Reed, Seth Rollins, Damian Priest of the Judgment Day, and Mr. Austin Theory himself. Now, I believe this could go a couple of ways. The talk is that Theory's going to retain, which is not a bad thing, to be honest with you, because I can't see who's going to be this. Seth Rollins ain't going to win this match. He might do well in this match, but he ain't going to win this match, because Seth Rollins is probably just going to... Seth Rollins is going to end up facing Logan Paul anyway. I can't see Logan Paul robbing him in this match, screwing him in this matchup. I can't sneak it in like Shawn Michaels to Undertaker before. But what will happen, who knows. I'm kind of pulling, even though I probably think that Austin Theory is going to win this, I kind of think that I kind of want Montez Ford to win it. Because they're pushing Montez Ford, aren't they? They're pushing him to the moon. And he's going to get that singles push. So this is going to be the start of it. And also there might be seeds planted for the end of the Street Profits. But I kind of want him to think, just to make sure that The reason, no, I don't want Montez Ford to win the United States title because he's this. I want Montez Ford to win the United States title just to make sure the WWE are serious about pushing this guy. Because that's what it's going to be. Because Ford's super talented. And he could have a singles run. But I want him to win this match. And maybe win the United States title again down the road. But I want him to win this match just so WWE, just so it tells me the WWE is serious about pushing Montez Ford. Because to me, in my opinion, I don't think they are. Nothing's convinced me yet in respects of seriousness. As for the women in this match, the women's Elimination Chamber, the Elimination Chamber to determine the challenger for Bianca Belair at WrestleMania, because Rhea Ripley went to SmackDown to face Charlotte Flair to get revenge on Charlotte for what happened in 2020's WrestleMania. So I believe the person that should face Bianca Belair at WrestleMania, it will not be Carmella, or whatever the fuck she's calling herself. Mrs. Graves to you and I. It will not be her. It will not be Nikki Cross, unfortunately. I'm sorry to say. Possibly could be Raquel Gonzalez. Possibly. Liv Morgan. Yes and no on that one. I think Raquel Gonzalez has more of a chance of winning it than Liv Morgan has. I kind of want Natalya to win it just so she can have her moment because she kind of deserves it. Weirdly, considering what she's gone through for the company and the women's division in general. But the favourite is Asuka, and that's my pick. Bianca Belair versus Asuka, and I don't think them two have seen a match yet, or had a match yet, Bianca Belair and Asuka. So I would probably go for Bianca Belair and Asuka. But if Raquel Gonzalez wins, or if Natalya wins, or even Liv Morgan as well, I'm not counting her out. I'm not saying that she doesn't deserve to win. But if any of them three in that order win, I'm cool with it. The only two that are not going to win it, unfortunately, are Nikki Cross and Carmella. I don't see them two winning it at all. It'll be cool to have Nikki Cross there, but I don't see that happening, unfortunately. And Carmella's been there, done that. She should be more worried about satisfying Graves anyway. Right. And as for the main event, we all know what the main event is. Yes, we all know what the main event is. Mr. Uso himself, Roman Reigns, the head of the table, the tribal chief. He's going to go one-on-one with, what's his name? Sami Zayn. That's right. It is the Sami Zayn. Now, I have had some news with this. Sami Zayn, Cody is open to have Sami Zayn in the match at WrestleMania to make it a triple threat. But they're going to have the one-on-one match at the Elimination Chamber. Now, unfortunately, I'm probably going to get some stick for this. Do I want to see Sami Zayn win? Yeah, I'm not saying I don't. Is he going to win? Nah. Is he going to win? No. I think he'll get robbed. Maybe Jey Uso turning on Sami. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to play out. Possibly Jey Uso turning on Sami Zayn, luring Sami Zayn into a trap and then turning on him, leading up to their possible tag team match. The Usos versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens at WrestleMania, which, if that's going to happen, should be night one at WrestleMania. Night one's main event at WrestleMania. But, would I like to see it? Because I would like to see Sami Zayn win it just to see where it would go. Cody's winning the Undisputed title at WrestleMania. Whether he's facing Sami Zayn, whether he's facing Roman Reigns or not. If the tribal chief thing lasts one more month, he's losing it at Mania. It's as simple as that. Cody will win at WrestleMania. If Sami Zayn doesn't win this at If Sami Zayn doesn't win this, Cody will. Okay? And either way, if Sami Zayn does win this, Cody's winning at WrestleMania. So we'll see what happens on that. And the promo, Cody firing up Sami yesterday on Raw was amazing. Will it happen? It's going to be a fight. It's going to be a fight. There will be probably another match. That was only about 5 matches, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be another match involved at WrestleMania, at the Elimination Chamber as well, considering how it's been going. And that is Sheamus and Drew McIntyre taking on the Viking Raiders as well. And I think Drew McIntyre and Sheamus will just beat the hell out of them. To be honest with you, we'll win. We'll see what happens as well. I'm kind of hoping that it doesn't turn out to be a triple threat match. I want Gunther versus Brock Lesnar. I don't know, but maybe Gunther will lose the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. I prefer it one-on-one, to be honest with you, but it's going to be Gunther and Brock Lesnar. But I know it's not going to happen, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Things could change. I don't know what's going to go down with Becky or Bayley. I think it should be Becky, Bayley, and Lita at WrestleMania, but we'll see. But yeah, that's the Elimination Chamber predictions, ladies and gents. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Yes, it was a little quick and everything, but yeah, it was what it was. So that's my little thing here as well. I'll be talking a bit more in depth about certain stuff during the Valentine's Day Massacre broadcast, which I'm about to do. So we'll see what happens on that. Also, before we leave, I want to talk about something as well. Because 1999, ladies and gentlemen, February 14th, 1999, WWE had their St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Which, good Lord. Which, if you heard the intro at the beginning of the broadcast, you know what the heck that was from. Because that was exactly the Valentine's Day broadcast at the beginning of that as well. Probably with the greatest intro in pay-per-view history as well, which I thought was fucking hilarious. Seeing that and seeing that it stood the test of time. So, the matches were, if I can find the matches, probably the weirdest match to start off with, Goldust versus Blue Dust. The most strangest match I've ever seen, and that was on the pre-show, and to be honest with you, thank God it was on the pre-show. Goldust obviously wins that one, because that's Blue Meanie trying to rip off Goldust. Thankfully, he did win that match. You've got the Hardcore title match as well. Back when Hardcore title matches were tremendous. Hardcore Holly and Al Snow, Bob Holly at the time, and Al Snow. Back when hardcore matches were fucking tremendous. Not this bullshit that you see the fucking 24/7 title. Because that's what the 24/7 title was. PG hardcore title. No one can tell me otherwise on that one. I'm sorry. Not happening. But yeah, that was an epic match, which ended up in the Mississippi River. And Bob won the title from Hardcore Holly. They beat the hell out of each other, man. Big Boss Man and Midian, the Corporation versus Ministry feud at the time. Boss Man ended up winning that as well. Commercial for WrestleMania, blah, blah, blah. Tag team titles, the late Owen Hart and Jeff Jarrett, who were a fucking good tag team back then, I'm not kidding you, against D'Lo Brown and Mark Henry. The champions retained, because I remember them defending it at WrestleMania. Intercontinental Championship match, Val Venus and Ken Shamrock with Billy Gunn as the referee. And Val won the match due to shenanigans from Billy Gunn. Triple H and X-Pac took on Chyna and Kane after Chyna turned on DX on an episode of Raw. But it made no difference anyway, because Chyna turned on Kane at WrestleMania, only for Triple H to turn on X-Pac at WrestleMania and end up going back to the corporation. So Chyna left the corporation for about a cup of coffee, and then later on at WrestleMania she ended up joining them again, but this time bringing Triple H with her. Go figure on that one. That's all I'm saying. Go figure. Yeah, good booking, ladies and gentlemen. And Kane and China ended up winning that tag match anyway. The last man standing match. Now, this match was brutal because nobody won the match. It ended up being a draw. I still believe that the Rock and Mankind's match at Royal Rumble was better than this one, to be honest with you. It was a draw because both men beat the hell out of each other when they couldn't get, both of them couldn't get up. But I believe that the Royal Rumble match was better and more brutal. That's just me. And Mankind was the champion after the match that they had on Raw. You know, the put the butts in the seats thing. Yep. And then the Vince McMahon Stone Cold match, which was, good Lord. Vince McMahon almost breaking his back in that match when he took that bump off the cage and basically landed right on the edge. So this is the table here. His back landed right on the edge, almost splitting him in half, pretty much. That was insane. That was insane. So yeah. And that's what this GMW is based off. That was a fucking good pay-per-view. It was a good pay-per-view. Fun pay-per-view, but a good one at last. And that obviously led to what happened at WrestleMania 15 as well. And also in that match, that cage match, it was also the debut of the Giant, Big Show, Paul White, as well, because he came out from under the ring. Kind of botched the ending a little bit because he threw Austin on the cage and the cage broke and Austin just walked out and went to WrestleMania. So the plan that they had backfired, but yeah, it was amazing nonetheless. Amazing. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that, ladies and gentlemen. And for the podcast, I'll see you next time here on YouTube. Peace out.
Oh, can't you see we're running out of time? You gotta lose your mind if you think you're doing fine. You can't describe it yet, but